Behind the Cape. For me, the best news this week is clearly that Scary Movie 6 already has a release date.
They was ready. They had this
So
joint in the
ready.
tuck. They was ready to go. I'm impressed.
Me too.
I am impressed in an age where the reshoot has become almost standard with Hollywood productions. They were ready. They got in there, shot it. I'm okay. So here's where I can maybe create just a slither of not even slither of doubt. Just like still thinking it was so quick and so fast tracked that did they have any time to take in some of the fan response that was coming when it was getting released, that the production was coming up, i.e. make sure y'all get Regina Hall in there, i.e. make sure Anna Faris returns. If that wasn't already a plan, then was there time to acquiesce in those ways?
Sure.
Can they do it without them? It's possible.
You need
I don't know if
Cindy
it'll
and
be
Brenda.
at its best. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be at its best without them.
For sure. Shout out leader. What up? What up? What up? Yeah, no, that's the main thing that we need is Cindy, Brenda. Obviously some of the Wayans brothers in there to make the whole thing hilarious. They can have a classic on their hands if they just listen to what the people want, like you said.
I trust them. I trust them. It seems like they've had this idea for a while, so I'm excited to see what comes of it.
For sure.
What was the date? Did we say the date?
June 12th, 2026.
June 12th.
Now I know it seems like
Was it
Scary
June 12th
Movie-
or June 6th?
No, it was June 12th. I thought I wanted it to be June 6th as well because it's a Scary Movie. But no, it was June 12th.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Ready to see it. Like, I know Scary Movies don't take that long to shoot, so that this seems about right for the most part. All right, so we talked about Euphoria season 3 and some of the discrepancies that have come up with some of what the cast has been saying about it. And Storm Reed has decided that she wants to put her 2 cents in and let people know she grown.
Yeah, Storm Reed gave her a reason as to why she won't be returning for season 3 of Euphoria, which I'm still dubious on whether or not that actually is a thing that's going to happen that we'll see at this point.
Yeah.
But she says something that has to be true about the actors who are portraying characters who are even older than she is in the production. That, like, look, man, I'm graduating from USC next semester as a producer. Like, in producing, I'm going to be making these projects soon. I don't want to be playing a high school sophomore in 2026. Yeah. I don't want to be playing a high school sophomore in 2026. I'm damn near 30 years old. I got a college degree.
Unless the pay is right.
No, it ain't gonna be right because she's like
but
8th on the call sheet. So it's like there's no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, if and that's a big if. That's a big if. If we ever see a season 3 of Euphoria,
everybody would have to get their payday. I mean, we talked about it before. Like,
I think there'll be a lot of
payday. Sydney Sweeney at this point would have to get her payday, that's the hard part. Is those 2 actresses are going to have to get probably the biggest payday to come back, and Sydney Sweeney wasn't number 2.
She was like 3 or 4, maybe.
So like,
I mean, again, I was just gonna say there's probably gonna be a lot of recast. You'll have Zendaya and a whole bunch of new people. Or maybe they do a time jump and they just, jump into the future.
A time jump would be crazy.
I don't know. Either way, I feel like there's going to be some time jumps. I mean, there's going to be some recasts because I don't think everybody's going to be in the same position now that they're finally ready to do something with it, if that's even really the case.
Yeah, homeboy Elordi.
Who was that?
Doing bigger and better. Is it Nate?
What is he doing?
He's doing movies. He's doing more serious roles from what I've seen.
Okay, cool. I mean, also
he's not doing what Sydney Sweeney and Zendaya are doing, but enough to be like, I can't return back to
R.I.P. Angus, right?
Facts.
He's gone. He's no longer with us. So this is gonna be like the whole dynamic of the show is gonna have to change. I don't expect to see it no time soon, but definitely not with Storm Reed, apparently.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, this was when you told me about this was a little shocker to me. I didn't know this was a thing. Sterling K. Brown was reportedly given a season-long arc on The Boys. I think you had a little bit more.
Sterling K. Yeah, man, that was surprising to hear. What's going on, Tony Robinson? What up, leader? Chill, MoFly. MoFly, I finished excuse me. Castlevania Nocturne season 1 and 2. I have some thoughts. If we got some open time here, I'll rap with you. Let's get to that Sterling K. Brown.
Yes, MoFly. Academics did have a very interesting week, but
he had a fan week.
Yikes.
He had a fan week. 69 God week. Now, you start to understand why certain people work with each other, why they just be around each other, why they be in and they in the same orbits. It makes sense.
I see why Academics worked with Drake. Drake didn't work with Academics.
It's like Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg. It makes complete sense that they would run together, right? That Mark Wahlberg would be starring in a Mel Gibson movie. It just makes sense.
That does make sense, actually.
Let's get to that Sterling K. Brown quote that I've been looking for a couple minutes. Here we go. So, I think it was a bad role, talking about what they were offered, what they offered him in The Boys, which, man, after watching last season, I could only imagine what they were trying to offer him. After seeing what they've done with Laz Alonso as Mother's Milk, oof, I could only imagine what they wanted this man to do.
Oof.
It was very tempting, but a full season arc. They are in Toronto. It's tough. These things are champagne problems I'm talking about here because I'm blessed enough to already have certain things in place. I get a chance to be a bit choosy. Basically, what I heard is don't offer me no dog food and expect me to be excited to be in your universe. Don't offer me your crumbs. Don't have a scene built for me to get semen sprayed all over me. And some like embarrassment bullshit. Yeah, like
doing shock value.
Yo, fam, no, I'm not doing that. No, absolutely not. You're not going to work out some weird fetish you have with my genitals on this show. Just not doing it. They've gotten very weird over the last season and a half, and it doesn't really pay any benefit to the story. And like you said, it's very shock value. They like to call it punk rock. I you know what I'm saying? It's just
speaking to what Chillmonger said earlier, actors with negotiating leverage. He was talking about the Euphoria stuff we were talking about, but this case, that's Sterling K. Brown. Like Sterling K. Brown can see bullshit ahead of time and say, no, I'm not doing that. But unfortunately, some actors,
as much as I would have wanted to see him in The Boys in some kind of capacity, I would have been much more disappointed had he gotten there. And it would have been some bullshit. Yeah. And it would have been some bullshit. Yeah. He'd be some character called Black Man or some shit like that. Like I'm just not going for it. Or he'd be a character who had a wife who, left him to go be with some Trumper incel. Oh, nope. We already got one of those characters. Don't need one of those. Sorry, Sterling.
No, for sure.
Box checked. Representation filled. Yeah, no. I mean, to be able to pick and choose like that and then not really stop your career, right? I think a lot of actors would like to say that they could do that. Like, oh, I reach a certain point in my career and so I can pick and choose. Well, I mean, even with you being tenured, some people don't get to pick and choose.
Facts. Sterling K. absolutely does, though.
Djimon Hounsou been playing the same guy in every movie for 20 years.
Still broke.
Well, I think that's his problem a little bit. Sure. But yeah, no, I mean, in terms of what he plays, sometimes maybe it's not a choice.
Yeah.
So now, when you are an actor who has his pick of the litter, surely don't let it go wash away to play Wonder Man.
Yikes.
Ugh. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Surely don't waste it on that. You got to give Aaron Pierre his credit because he saw an opportunity and seized it where others sought to take whatever would come their way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just thought about it. Djimon Hounsou only has two options as roles, and it's either eye candy and black films
or the wise black man. Yeah, the wise mentor black man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yikes. All right.
Never back down. Come on.
Okay. See, you talked about Righteous Gemstones, and I still have yet to see it.
It's my shit.
And I know I want to see. I just have not gotten around to see. I've seen Vice Principals. I've seen obviously Eastbound and Down, but I've yet to sit down and watch Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, you seen Mr. Gambit try to be principal, have you?
That one was solid.
All his shows are good. Vice Principals, Eastbound and Down, Righteous Gemstones. Danny McBride probably is one of the more underrated comedians in Hollywood. He keeps getting work. So, I mean, he's not that underrated in terms of being able to get hired, but just when you think of some of the comics of today who are able to translate onto the small screen or in movies on the big screen, right? He's one of them ones.
Yeah.
He's one of them ones.
Yeah, Eastbound and Down was a classic. I think Vice Principals also would have been a classic if it wasn't just 2 seasons.
Yeah, but see, I felt like it was a complete story, though.
I was gonna say it did
felt like a complete story.
The whole thing, so that's fair.
And that was at a time when they weren't doing 8-episode seasons. Like I think both seasons had like 10 or 12 episodes,
something like that. Yep. So either way, no, dope, and I guess he's getting a final season on Righteous Gemstones. So I'll be tuning in at some point. Still haven't seen Squid Game either. So
God bless the Gemstones.
I got a list, unfortunately, and I still got to see Raising Kanan. What do you know?
What now?
The last season of Raising Kanan.
Oh, I thought you saying it like you ain't been watching it though.
No, I haven't seen the last season of Raising Kanan.
How have you not seen the last season? We reviewed it.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
That was during the break.
No, we reviewed the last up until until Kanan got old girl pregnant. Bro, yes, we did.
We did season 2, and then season 3 was during the break, and now it's about to be season 4.
No, we did Raising Kanan. We did up until old girl got pregnant.
I don't even know what that is.
Shut up. You okay? All right. So where's the last thing you know from Raising Kanan?
Well, I saw some of season 3, and I got introduced to, I can't even remember what the guy's name is now. The guy with the glasses.
The guy with the glasses.
Yeah, it's been so long since I watched it. Yep.
Unique's brother.
Yes. Yep.
The guy with the
the one who came home.
Ronnie.
Yes, Ronnie. That is his name.
You know who Ronnie is.
I
do. We was joking about.
I only seen a couple episodes of it.
Hey, yo, I could do a Ronnie cosplay. That's crazy.
You could. You could actually. That is kind of crazy. That's insane.
Yo, okay. No, that's.
But I got
kinda,
time.
That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy.
March 7th. It's season 4 coming March 7th.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Ghost.
We did do Ghost.
Okay. Yeah.
We did do Ghost.
Ghost is the one.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we're putting that one to bed. But yet another show that is peacing out on season 4.
Yeah.
You will not see TV shows venturing past season 4 anymore. That's Righteous Gemstones out of here in season 4. Raising Kanan out of here in season 4. Bel Air out of here season 4. They are not paying these actors those royalties.
No,
they sat up there and broke out of the jobs and didn't want to cross the picket line and made fun of Zachary Levi, which was warranted, and they still found a way to screw him over.
Yes.
So just prepare for a lot of 4-season productions.
Well, as long as we get things that replace those things, I'll be fine with it.
I mean, as long as it continues to be good.
Yeah.
You are going to start running into people who are upset with story arcs that have been cut short because they just can't get it all in 4 seasons. So.
Or they seem rushed.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Robinson said Danny McBride was funny as hell on Pineapple Express. That he was. Mm-hmm. So was Craig Robinson.
Shout out Craig Robinson. That used to be your twin when you was rocking Froze.
Anyway. J.O. said, I couldn't even finish Squid Games 2. It was boring to me.
What?
I've heard that. But I've also heard that some people weren't, like, they liked it.
I didn't enjoy the way it ended. I'll say that. I think it ended on a weird kind of cliff note. And then also some of the, well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but some of the happenings within the saga for season 2 were a little not thought through all the way. Yeah, like where he leaves off at the end of season 1, he doesn't necessarily pick up at that point in season 2.
I can see that.
So it's a little off-putting.
From what
at
I
first.
saw, even from the trailer, it kind of seemed like I don't know. We'll see. Dr. says Ronnie, aka I need that work. I don't know what that means.
You need some work.
I don't know what that means. Anyway,
You rocks, boy, right?
yikes. I know you guys talked about it on the Pantheon, but Children of Blood and Bone casting.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Loaded
Homegirl
cast.
was way too seductive in the way that she was mentioning everybody's names.
I don't think that was the
I don't
point.
know why she was doing it like that. Why was she flirting with me? while she
I
was
don't think that was the
saying all the
idea.
cats' names?
I think you need to go touch some grass.
That's funny.
Think you've been inside too long.
I don't think so. Anyway, so obviously we know Damson is going to be involved with it. Amanda Sternberg, Idris Elba.
Controversy over Amandla. And she
she's
don't
light-skinned?
give a fuck at your discourse. She does not even fuck with your discourse about her being too light skinned for her role.
Yikes.
She don't care about your discourse. Y'all better leave her alone. Y'all better quit talking about she too light skinned for she make a colorism song on your asses.
You're doing the choreography to the.
Fuck around with your discourse. Fuck around with your discourse. I wonder who she bought that beat from. The beat wasn't bad.
Yikes. Cynthia is going to be in it. Cynthia Erivo. Viola Davis.
She is. Viola. Shout out to Viola.
Now, the thing that interested me is that Tosin Cole is also going to
Tosin
be in
Cole.
it.
Tosin Cole, Idris Alba, Damson Idris.
Yeah.
Man, that now again, I talked about that a little bit on Pantheon, but I wanted to exemplify it on here as well. That is not something that's common, man. You don't see like
Black actors leading black
clumped
actors
together
all.
like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be like if you was able to put together Michael B. Jordan, Trevante Rhodes, and give me a C, and Sterling K in the same movie.
Or take out Trevante Rhodes and put Chadwick Boseman.
Well, R.I.P. Right, but I was just trying to get somebody living.
I was making the point that that's Black Panther.
Okay, well. Anyways, yeah, you do not see it like that. Well, I guess you got close. You did get something like that in The Harder They Fall, and we love that one.
That's true.
Right, with Jonathan Majors, you had your boy Lakeith Stanfield, you had and Idris Elba, but it's not common. It's there, but it ain't common.
It's The Harder They Fall and Black Panther. That's it.
No, we can find some more. Well, that aren't like explicitly black movies either. Well, I guess The Harder They Fall is kind of a black movie.
Well, actually, mainstream black films, but even The Harder They Fall was just a Netflix release.
So yeah, we talking theatrical. I wanted to say Life, but that is disqualifying.
Live.
Explicitly black film.
Live.
So yes, it's not very common. Like we don't get Oceans 12, 13, 14, Oceans 11.
No, we don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Knives Out.
Knives Out, right? They able to get Daniel Craig, Chris Evans. They got Jamie Lee Curtis up in that thing. They got Don Knotts up in that thing. They got Dakota Johnson's daddy up in there acting still.
Yep. Don Johnson?
Yeah, didn't I say? What did I say?
You said Dakota Johnson's daddy.
I said Don Johnson, Dakota Johnson's daddy.
Yeah, but the point is Don Johnson is the one to know, not Dakota Johnson.
I said Don Johnson first, then I said Dakota Johnson's daddy.
Did you? I feel like you just said Dakota
First of all,
Johnson's daddy.
Polo Boy in the chat. So we talking to multiple generations here.
for
He know
sure,
Dakota
for sure.
Johnson. He said, who the fuck is Don Johnson?
Yeah, we talking to YNs and pops. So
who the hell is Don Johnson? Let me Google this shit.
That is an interesting note. But the reason why Tosin Cole interested me is when is this being recorded and filmed, as opposed to Supercell season 2.
Supercell. Oh, this is definitely taking precedence over Supercell.
Well, I know that.
If he got to call Netflix and be like, hey, listen,
don't delay
give me 3 months, he's gonna do it.
Don't delay Supercell.
So if you telling me that if Lupita had some budding, first of all, because I don't want to get off of this. I know I'll be jumping all over the place sometimes, but I don't want to forget this. I have to give Lupita a standing. Well, I'm not actually going to stand up, but I will give her an ovation for her voice acting performance in Wild Robot. I had no clue that was her. I didn't figure it out during the movie. You couldn't tell at all. It was a seamless AI voice. It was, man, beautiful movie too. Very good movie. Highly recommended. If you haven't seen Wild Robot, got some children, I would say, even if you don't, it's a good movie in general. I would give it a watch. But yeah, she's the voice of the robot. Crazy. Had no clue until the very end of the movie. Anyways, back to the main point. If Lupita Nyong'o had some show that everybody liked on Netflix at the time that she was supposed to be filming Black Panther, you think she was going to say, hold on, no Black Panther.
No.
Yeah, I've got this Netflix show to do.
I fully expect Tosin Cole to prioritize that over Supercell. I'm just saying I would hope that they wouldn't intersect. That way we can get Supercell and then we can get that. But according to Chillmonger, the film releases in January 2027.
So they should already be working on Supercell season 2.
There should be some time.
Should already be working on it.
DeMarcus Vaughn, what up?
Come on, Rap Man. Come on, get your schedule tight. Your people getting cast and other things. That's a good thing. But let's make sure we get them in there. Let's not act like Homeboy over
Squid Game?
over Euphoria.
Or that.
Yeah.